Good evening, everyone. Oh, not yet. There it goes. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Spiritual Readings with Rev Jeanne. That's me. This is our Thursday night 2 questions for $10. So I'd love to have you join us. If you have specific questions that you would like answered, it costs $10. And you can send that to the PayPal app or our Cash app, whichever you choose. We already have one, and I'm waiting for her to pop up online here. It's Allison Odell. The reason I do this is because I do 2 free shows a week, one on Facebook on Tuesdays and one on Wednesdays on YouTube. However, there's no way I can get to everybody, and I know that a lot of people have specific questions they want answered. So the other 2 shows are free. This one I do charge $10 for 2 questions. Any 2 questions that you would like to ask. So just waiting for people to come on board, and we'll get started. In the meantime, we have Open Spirit Communication Circle on Friday evenings at 48 Main Street in Fort Plain, New York. It's an excellent way for people to experience spirit communication for the first time for themselves. Most people come on a regular basis because it's that enjoyable and they love it. So, hi Raquel, how are you? We are 2 questions for $10 tonight. If you'd like 2 questions specifically answered, whether it's psychically or mediumistically, that's what I'm here to do tonight. Okay, so you're welcome to join in. Michelle will be putting up the 2 links here in just a moment for PayPal and for the Cash app. And I'll be able to get started. Also, sharing these videos would be greatly appreciated. And once a month, we would be choosing a name. And with that name, you'd be able to ask your questions for free. Hi, Allison. How are you? As soon as you have your questions ready, dear, put them up, and I will be more than happy to work with you. In the meantime, we have a comprehensive course in psychic development and mediumship, and that is going to start April 10th. It's on a Monday night, and that will be here in Fort Plain at 48 Main Street. So come on in. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. All right, Allison is already on board. I'm just waiting for her to put up her questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. All right.
I know, but I don't want to give it wrong.
Hello, Catherine. It's paypal.me/Reverend J. Carey for PayPal. Catherine, tonight, Tuesdays and Wednesdays is the free night. Tonight is 2 questions for $10. If you have 2 questions that you would like to have specifically answered, either psychically or mediumistically, I'd be more than happy to help you. We are not getting along with the family. What's going to happen with that? Okay. You know, I hate to say this, Catherine, but a lot of times, no matter how hard you try, it's not going to happen. And at this point, I'd like to say, you know, hold them in your heart. Be the best that you can be. Do what you have to do for you and your family. The rest of the family is either going to turn in a more positive level towards you or they're not. We can't make them do that. You're not doing anything wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. At least I don't feel that. And all I can say is just hang in there. Do what you have to do for you and yours. and the rest of the family will either fall in line or not. You can't live your life waiting for them and hoping for them and allowing that kind of depression to come in. It's not good for any of you. I know it hurts. I know I come from a big family, but I can tell you from personal experience, there have been many times throughout the years that, we have not been together. We have been at odds, and we always do come back together, and it will. Sometimes it takes longer than others. But please don't stop living your life, and don't allow that negativity to affect you and your family, because that's not good for any of you. Okay, you said a sudden death in the family in a reading. Is it on my side or my daughter's? I feel this was your daughter's. I feel a male figure on your daughter's side. I don't know who it is. All I know is it's a big man. And sudden death usually implies something that wasn't planned, or it's not like an illness that you knew about ahead of time. I want to say now the man is a workhorse, and he just doesn't take care of himself or his life situation. But it's definitely on your daughter's side. Please just have patience with the rest of the family. It's never going to be what you truly want, but it will heal to the point where you'll be able to at least converse reasonably. I keep seeing waves being parted, and it's just like there's been too many waves, too many bad feelings over a long period of time. It's going to take quite a while, but it will happen. It will come together, just not in the time frame that you would like, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't always give you the answers that you want here, but I have to be honest with the way it comes through. Okay? God bless. I hope it helps someplace. Okay, tonight, folks, my free shows are on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tonight is about 2 questions that you'd like to have answered for $10. And it can be, the $10 donation can be put to the... Yes, Linnea, you can ask in a private message, and I'll be more than happy to do it after the show. Okay, and I guess that goes for anybody. If you don't want to ask it publicly, that's fine, and I do understand that. Sometimes things get pretty personal, but just come on in, and again, it's $10 to ask 2 questions. They can be answered either psychically or mediumistically. Yeah, Michelle, she wants to PM you to ask her questions privately.
Okay. Does she want them answered?
My understanding is that she wants me to answer them after the show, but she's going to PM the questions to you for me.
Okay.
Is that correct, Linnea?
Or does she just want to talk to you after the show?
Okay, Linnea, you can either... my understanding is that you want the answers privately as well, correct? We're on a 10-second delay, folks, so please just kind of hang in there with us. Either way, I won't answer it until you give me the okay. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. Where'd it go? There it is. Sorry, folks. I hit the wrong button again.
Yeah, she shouldn't touch things.
All right. Thank you, Linnea. Now, do you want me to answer on the show, or do you want me to answer privately after the show? I'll do it whichever way you'd like. Okay. I'll answer it privately after the show. Okay. To everyone else, it's 2 questions for $10 that you'd like to have answered. I know with finances and stuff the way it is, people don't want to necessarily have a full reading, but they do need direct answers. That's what I'm here to do, is to help you folks out. So if you have questions that you'd like to have answered, it's a $10 donation either to the PayPal app or the Cash app, whichever one you prefer to use. And I'd be more than happy to help you out. I know this Saturday we have a big graduation. We have 14 mediums graduating, and I am so proud of them and can't wait for it to happen. They've been studying for a long time, and they've earned their wings, definitely. So, and that's going to be this week, Saturday. Sharing the video will help the end of the month. We'll start this the end of August for this show. We will be pulling names from anyone who shares the video for a free questions. So we'll stay for a few minutes to see if anyone else has any questions that they would like to have answered. Folks, the free shows are Tuesday night on Facebook and Wednesday night on YouTube. Tonight is an opportunity to have 2 questions, and I know that those 2 nights, although it's free, it's random. I don't choose who I read for, Spirit chooses for me. Tonight is if you would like questions directly answered. It's $10 to ask 2 questions. You can use the Cash app or the PayPal app, whichever one you prefer. And I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have, whether they be answered psychically or mediumistically. There's so much going on in the world right now. I know it gets really crazy. It does for all of us. And I even seek out advice from other mediums when I need help, because unfortunately I cannot read for myself. Okay, who is this?
Oh, that was Linnea. She,
Okay, whoops. All right, I'm sorry. There it is.
do you want to stop touching things now, please?
Well, I didn't recognize her
Yes,
picture.
we did receive your payment, Linnea. Okay, Catherine said she paid. Yep, there she is.
Okay, Catherine, go ahead and set your questions.
When you come under, is it Roy Block? It didn't say her. It's ROI Brockway. I don't know.
All right. Catherine?
Yeah.
Roy, is it Roy Brown just paid?
It's Roy Brockway, it says.
And Catherine Rock paid.
It should come in soon.
Okay, as soon as they come in.
So Roy Brown is Roy Brockway?
Roy Brown, is that Roy Brockway? Catherine said yes.
Okay.
He can go first. Okay. All right, Roy, why don't you ask your questions, and I'll do what I can for you. Should have put this hair back tonight. Warm in here. Be more than happy to answer, Roy. As soon as you get your questions typed up, let me know. Yes, Stacy, it's the course that starts Monday, August 10th. Okay, need to know something is okay. Leave it to he. It's supposed to be he. Can I have just his first name, Roy, please? And I can ask. Is he with me? Just his first name is all I'm asking for. To see if I can connect. Roy, could I please have just his first name? Bob. Okay. Has his passing just been very recent? I'm asking because there's a man standing here, but he's at a distance from me. I'm not talking per se, but I see a man in the distance and he's just waving, just letting me know he's okay. All right. He keeps touching his chest. Okay, Roy, when a person crosses, they go through a time of transitioning. The reason I said I believe he's just recently crossed is because he's at a distance from me. And sometimes they cannot communicate fully with me, okay? Because their transitioning is getting used to their new environment. It's like, the only way I can equate it is like you moving into a totally foreign land or country, not knowing what's going on or how you're supposed to behave. Yeah, I see a very large man. He's standing in the distance, he's smiling, and he keeps patting his chest. I believe he's saying he loves you. Give him time, and he will be with you as much as he can be. I know that for a fact. He's got kind of a melancholy smile on his face. He's getting used to his new environment. Please just have some, all right, it's been 8 months, but that's still new. You know, time for us is not the same as it is in spirit. Sometimes it's very slow or very fast, depending on the person's state of mind when they passed. I feel with him, he was ready. He was accepting of it. He knew it was happening. But for whatever reason, he's still adjusting. Give him a little bit of time and he will be with you. And you'll know it. You won't doubt it at all. You'll know when he's there. Okay, do you have another question? I'm sorry I couldn't tell you exactly what you wanted to hear, but I have to be honest with the way it comes in. It's always so hard when you lose someone, regardless of what you know and what you believe. I realized many, many years ago when I started losing family members that I love dearly, it's not them that I miss, it's their physical presence that I miss so bad. It's like with my granddaughter, I miss her running in the house in between work and home and hollering on her way through, Nana, what do you got? I'm hungry, grabbing something out of the refrigerator and running. I'm on my way to work. You know, little things like that. Roy, do you have any other questions, dear? I'd be more than happy to try to answer them for you. Just don't give up on it, Roy. He will be back. And it's going to be sooner rather than later, I know that. What's with the birthday? It's like a birthday cake he's holding in his hand. Okay, but Roy, what is the birthday cake for? Whose birthday? I don't know if it's a birthday cake or a celebration cake. There's some type of a cake he's holding. It's like he wants you to know that he remembered. Okay? Okay, all that's been going on, and I've known you told me to not give up, but I think I have to. I love her so much, but she isn't acting like the Caitlin I know. It's like her spirit is outside her. Outside her body looking for her. Is there anything new you can tell me? Oh, okay. All right, hold on, Catherine. All right, Roy, that's just a connection to so that you know it is him that I was seeing. He's showing, like I said, a cake, like a birthday cake anniversary. I didn't know what kind of cake it was, but that's his way of letting you know it was definitely him that I was seeing. Okay? God bless. I love it when they do that. Okay, Catherine, back to you, dear. All right. Didn't come through yet. Okay, Catherine, you have to understand, dear, that, you know, your name may be familiar to me, but I honestly don't remember one reading to the next. I cannot do that. If I did, it would drive me crazy, so I don't do it on purpose. All right, you're asking about someone named Caitlin? There's inside her body looking for her. As far as Caitlin goes, I get a wildness that I'm uncomfortable with, to be totally honest. But I don't feel that it's anything you're going to be able to change. This is something she needs to go through, something that she's, I don't know how old she is. I always go by my mother was a wonderful woman, very intelligent, and she used to tell me that all late teens, they head up Fool's Hill and they don't start coming back down till they're 21, and they start experiencing some of life. As far as Caitlin goes, just have faith. There's still nothing stronger than prayer. Okay? She's not going to get caught up in something really bad. She's going to have a few pitfalls along the way, but it's not going to be so horrible as to put her in prison or anything like that. Or becoming a drug addict. I don't feel that with her. I just feel it's like someone just cutting loose for the first time. You know, being out from under a sheltering wing, and she's going to be a little crazy for a while. It's okay. Everyone goes through it. Well, 26, that's okay, but if she was sheltered, she was sheltered. Doesn't really matter the age. Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't feel anything. I don't feel changes of any kind. I just want to say hang in there and just keep the prayers going because they're being heard. She's going to be okay. It's going to take a while. I want to say, I know we're going into August here in another week. I want to say by the end of the year, you're going to have some relief. It won't be 100%, but it'll be better than what you have now. I hope that helps. Okay, folks, tonight is about 2 questions for $10. Catherine, I can't tell you whether or not you should walk away. That has to be a choice that you make on your own. I can only tell you what's coming and the way things are mediumistically or psychically, but I cannot make your choices for you. You have to make those on your own. And any psychic that would make that choice for you is not worth a whole lot. All right, I know that seems rather cold, but it's the truth, because no one psychic or medium is absolute. I'm not God, and neither is any of the rest of them. Well, okay, one more. Don't give up on her, Catherine. Just whatever you do, just don't give up on her. Okay, if there anyone else, that it's 2 questions for $10 tonight. If you would like to have questions answered psychically or mediumistically, I'd be more than happy to help. My 2 free shows are Tuesday nights on Facebook and Wednesday night on YouTube, and that's Spiritual Readings with Rev Jeanne. The problem there is that I don't choose who I read for, and sometimes exact questions don't get answered. So if you don't want to have a full private reading, this is your opportunity to ask questions that you would like to have directly answered. So please feel free. Okay? It's $10. It can be paid through the Cash app or through the PayPal app. They're both up on the board. So please feel free to go with that. Oops, here we go. Sorry, touching screens again. All right. Catherine, the only thing I'm feeling right now is a need to just get by some water and just chill for a while. You've got too many feeders out all at once. All your energy is being expended everywhere but yourself. And you need to bring some of that in. You need to start taking time for yourself. And then things will start settling down for you. It's like you can't fix the world. I know that it feels like Caitlin is your world, but she's not. She's your daughter. You do have a full and busy life. Okay? I hope I've helped someplace.
It's another ex-girlfriend.
Okay, does anyone else have any questions? Be more than happy to help. Hi everyone. Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. in 48 Main Street in Fort Plain, we have our open circle, open spirit communication circle. You're welcome to come down and join us. It's $10 a person, and I can promise you it'll be the best hour you've spent in a long time. It's your way to experience spirit communication yourself firsthand, so that you can see what it is, what we do. Everyone that's there is guaranteed. Everyone is guaranteed a reading, whether it's coming from me or one of my other mediums that is there. So come on and join us on a Friday evening. If you'd like a full reading, Catherine, private message me after the show, and we can set something up. Be more than happy to. All right, well, it doesn't seem like there's any other questions. So unless there's any other questions, I think I'm going to call it a night.
Linnea can call you.
All right. Linnea, why don't you just, when I end the show, why don't you just give me a call, and we'll do it that way with your questions, okay? Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. God bless. I will be here again next Thursday evening. Again, this show is specifically to have questions answered directly that you need answered. It's 2 questions for $10. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and God bless.
Good night.